Hello and welcome back to another episode of Unbound Radical Self-Trust. I am your host, Shelley Lee, and today's episode is called The Embodied Path to Integrity. Why internal safety is the requirement for being the person you want to be. Welcome, I'm your host, Shelley Lee. When we are stuck in a cycle of high stress or freeze, we often feel like we're losing ourselves, right? We find ourselves snapping at all the people we love, withdrawing from our passions, or even making choices that don't actually reflect our values. We often judge ourselves for these moments. We call it lack of willpower or a flaw in our character. But the truth is much kinder. Your character didn't fail. Your nervous system simply took over. When your body believes it is fighting for survival, it shuts off parts of your brain responsible for patience, creativity, and long-term thinking. So if internal safety is the soil, your integrity is the tree. You cannot grow the fruit of a purposeful life if the soil is constantly being washed away by the tide of survival mode. So today we're going to look at reclaiming those tools. And to become the person we want to be, we first must convince our body that we are not in immediate danger. And we do this through the language of sensation. So there's a few exercises that we're going to do today. They're not going to take very long, not even a minute. The first one is you're going to take a deep breath in and you're going to hum as you exhale. This isn't just a breathing exercise. It is an override signal, and it clears the mental smoke so you can see the path ahead. This is part of somatic practices. You can Google somatic practices to find out more about this. Now, the second thing we're going to do is we're going to slowly scan and choosing our horizon. So we're going to let our eyes wander around our surroundings where we are and find something that feels stable or beautiful. And when you choose where your attention goes, you are practicing leadership. You are telling your brain, I am the one who decides what is important here. Now, the next one is the self-hold. You can put one hand on your heart, or you can give your shoulders a firm squeeze. You can even bring your hands together. It is a pact, and it is saying to yourself, I will not abandon you when things get hard. And there you go. 3 steps. So we're going to review. The first one is you hum for a cycle of 10, whatever it means to you, for you to start to feel your breath becoming into a clear humming sound. And the next is you scan the room and you choose where your attention goes. And the third one is you give yourself a firm squeeze, saying that you have a pact not to abandon yourself when things get hard. Now in the next part, we're going to look at the architecture of our life and the structure. So once we have the tools to find these things and to practice these things, it becomes much easier to be the person we want to be when our environment isn't constantly triggering our survival response. So you could take a look at your week and ask yourself, where have you been performing a version of yourself that isn't real? And this is an integrity audit. Is there a yes you are saying that feels like a no in your body? Is there a digital habit that leaves you feeling hollow and hypervigilant? Is there a threshold, like walking through your front door, where you lose your peace? The threshold ritual is to pick one. Before you open your laptop, or before you greet your family, or you start your day, spend 60 seconds using one of the somatic tools we just spoke about. Use that minute to come back to yourself, so that when you interact with the world, you're acting from your center, not your triggers. And this becomes the practice that you are the anchor and the compass. So today we're going to try a few more things, and I invite you to try the simple sequence. I'm going to drop the anchor by doing the humming sound, and we're going to check our compass. And we're going to ask, does my next action align with the person I am becoming? When you do this, you aren't just calming your nerves, you are reclaiming your soul. You're building a life you don't need to escape from. Internal safety isn't the absence of a storm. It's the quiet realization that you are the anchor. And this is from this Rebuilding Internal Safety series. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for listening. And this has been another episode of Unbound Radical Self-Trust and episode 5 of Rebuilding Internal Safety series. See you in episode 6. Until next time.